What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and today you become gods. No, I'm just playing, but what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and today we're gonna get into an interesting concept on how to become tanky as hell. Like your toughness would be well over 1 million. So, anyway, let's get into the video. So, as we see here, we have 6-piece Nomad. 6-piece Nomad. I've been testing out, running a couple builds and everything like that, and as of right now, this is the best build that works for me. You can modify this however you see fit, so you can add a little bit more stamina, you can add a little bit more firearms. It's totally up to you, but what I'm going to be showing you guys today is the PvE version of it, but this can also be run as the PvP version. So the build that you're looking at right now is the PvE version. As you see, I got Ferocious and Destructive on my weapon, while having those purple mods, which are Damage to Elite mods, plus 3%. So those always come in handy. Now let's look at the specs. So this is how I'm speccing. For PvE, make sure you always have enemy armor damage. The other two roles don't really matter too much. It all is based on preference. For PvP though, I would have skill haste and health, as you guys know how much I love skill haste, or maybe even skill haste and exotic gems resilience. I take that back. You really don't need help for this build. You really don't. So just run skill haste and exotic gems resilience. So for the mask, this is how it should be rolled for PvE. Now for PvP, what you'll want to have is critical hit chance or exotic damage resilience, and then you should have one of the resistances, so probably like burn resistance or something for the minor attribute, and that will work perfectly fine. And for the knee pads, this is something how it should be rolled for PvE. Always have an enemy armor damage and damage to elites, while for PvP, take off damage to elites and replace it with like a resistance or something, and also change your major attribute to health or exotic gems resilience, just to keep up that mode. Exotic gems resilience helps with predator mark, which is why it is so important in PvP. So onto the holster. So with the holster, easy. Just make sure you have critical hit chance. You can run health here. You can run skill haste. It all depends at this point on what type of build you're running. So if you're focusing heavy on skill haste, run skill haste here. If you're focusing heavy on critical hit chance, go critical hit chance. It all really depends based on personal preference, but it really doesn't matter too much. And now we're on to the gloves. So my gloves aren't the way I would want them to be. You would definitely want to have your SMG damage or whatever gun you're using. Run skill haste and then have enemy armor damage for PvE. For PvP though, you would definitely want to have critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and then you also want to have whatever buff or whatever weapon you're using. So how I have SMG damage here, you want to have SMG damage, assault rifle damage, whatever gun that you're using, that's what you would want to have. That's what I recommend. For PvE, it's kind of more loose. Just make sure you have enemy armor damage, maybe skill haste, and then the buff for your weapon, maybe critical hit chance. It all really depends for PvE, but as long as you have enemy armor damage, you are smooth. So, onto the backpack. This one is kind of up to you. You can run stability if you have terrible aim. My aim is still kind of off, so I feel like I need that extra stability. For PvE at least. For PvP, I mean, it's the same concept. Like, if you feel like you need a little bit extra skill power, run skill power. You need stability, run stability. If you need a little bit more health, run health. It doesn't really matter. For minor attributes, all up to you. So what we're going to be taking advantage of is Nomad's Luck, where you take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after Path of the Nomad is triggered. We'll also be using Booster Shot for the damage resistance, and we're going to be using Survival Link, where you can get the extra 50% damage resilience. This may be important to also have determined on your gun. Depends on what you're running. For the talents, we got On the Move, which is very important, and we also have Critical Save. You don't have to run these talents, but I would suggest definitely running these two talents at least, because if you are somehow able to combine all of these on top of each other, you will have a huge increase of your damage resistance by far, because the toughness you've seen was only from 3 buffs. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I did here, and this is the proper way that you should possibly do it. So what you will want to do is you want to just keep shooting for PvE or PvP, whatever you're doing. Let your Nomad proc, then pop Booster Shot, and then pop your Survival Link. At this moment, your toughness is over 1 million, so you can go ahead and start tanking shots and just take over. Keep in mind, it's like 6+ NPCs shooting at me while also having a sniper shoot at me. So that's a lot of damage that's coming in. Now, if you're in a DZ, you could wreck a lot of people with this. Even if you have like the terminating weapon, you get your skill back even faster. So then you can proc Nomad again and pop Survivor Link. But anyway, it's your boy Jay, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.